All right, more from Bill in just a bit. This morning, Mayor Mike Bell closed the deal with Dashing Pacific, and now the Chinese investment group owns 69 acres of land along the Maumee River. After signing the closing papers this morning, a symbolic ceremony at the site. 13 ABC's Tony Geftis was there for this historic moment in Toledo's history. New tonight on 13 ABC, imagine you're a passenger on an airplane and the pilot suddenly goes unconscious. Happened to a woman who tried landing a small plane as it flew over mountains and a neighborhood. Listen to this. New at 11 tonight. All right, so you're driving around, you're getting really angry because that guy cut you off or that woman's driving too slow. Well, did you ever think that maybe it's you? A new survey finds that many of us simply do not know the rules of the road. The GMAC insurance study finds that more than 1 in 5 Americans don't really even know enough to actually qualify for a driver's license. The smartest drivers, we're told, are in the state of Kansas. The worst drivers are in Washington, D.C. Ohio came in about 18th. The best drivers overall are in the Midwest. The very worst are in the Northeast. And sorry, ladies, men tested out as better drivers than you. Survey also found that drivers aged 60 to 65 actually scored the highest on the tests. But consider this. If Ohio's conservative Supreme Court rules that exigent circumstances was a legal way to take concessions, why would you need Senate Bill 5? After all, you could put benefits in a contract and then take them out if you need it. Now, get us inside your head. You hear the Chinese might be interested. You know what the geopolitics is. You know what the global economic condition is and the fight we're having with China on a global scale and India and other developing countries. Why would you be interested in bringing the Chinese to an American city in the Midwest like Toledo?
Well, for one,
those are a lot of services we provide.
Where do we cut?
And it all comes from taxpayers. You know, it really doesn't matter how much money the banks have. If they're not willing to lend that money, then it really doesn't do any good. So can you give Toledo taxpayers a fair warning? When will it be the right time to raise taxes? Right. On whom would you raise taxes? Right. And which taxes would you raise? If you can't walk to it, don't go.
That's a good idea.
And what you need there is a clear sidewalk.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
A clear driveway to get you to the sidewalk. Elizabeth Choi has been out and about in neighborhoods this morning. Folks are doing their very best to clean their sidewalks, Elizabeth. I'm wondering, Mr. Mayor, what do we do with all this snow? It's not a lot. It's maybe 8 inches. Do we dump it in the river? Is there a place we store it? Do we melt it? What do we do with it? A family is looking for a place to live tonight after their mobile home burned to the ground. Fire crews arrived in the 900 block of Reynolds and found the trailer burning. The homeowner was not in the trailer at the time, so crews don't know how this fire started, but the strong winds made it difficult to fight that fire.
From front to back.
The home is a total loss. The family's getting assistance from the Red Cross. Well, today's windy weather brought some warm temperatures. We'll probably see some rain with the warm temperatures, though. What can we expect if you're heading out tonight? Kristen Emery's in for Bill Spencer with more on that. Hey, Kristen.
And 13 ABC's Bill Hormann is on the Ironville Terminal site in East Toledo right now with a preview of that dedication. Bill?
Yeah, 3 phases. The first phase is the one they're going to dedicate today. I want to show you this rail line they're putting down here at Ironville Terminal. It'll be 3 miles of rail. The second phase will be dredging a dock and creating a dock so that they could import some raw material. The third phase is going to be adding infrastructure and machinery to this site. Now, the thinking here is very simple. You import raw materials to the docks, you send it by rail to manufacturers who should locate around here. They create whatever it is they're going to create and then send it out by rail or by ship. I want to show you a picture, sort of an overhead shot of 2 parcels of land here. One is a 71-acre plot of land that pretty much includes this dock area and the rails. The other is about 110 acres where hopefully a lot of manufacturing companies will build their product and then ship them out of here in Toledo. Come back live now. What's really interesting about this project, the Port Authority and Midwest Terminal were going to try and finance this by themselves. They figured it would take 10 years. They bought the property in 2008, figured it could probably start development of a project by 2018, but the state of Ohio stepped in, gave them $5 million in grant money. Now they're able to start this project in 2011, 7 years in advance, and they should have this done by 2014. Coming up at 1 o'clock today, they're going to pound in the golden spikes for this rail system, and then the project begins. We'll have more on that coming up in later editions starting at 5 o'clock Till then, Bill Hormann live from the Ironville Terminal. Back to you.